as I was saying, you a coon, and that's why the Father gonna destroy you. He's gonna kill you and make you right, you know. So I just want to say a couple last things really quick. Um, if you notice the hair wraps, um, these last things I'm gonna use to show that Latinos prove, so-called Latinos prove that they're Jacob. And look at all these women who have their hair covered like custom, uh, they have it's a real commandment spirit, that you can see on this. It's not nothing fake. It's not a cleaving spirit like heathens cleaving to customs that's not theirs. This is something they've been doing and just understand, you know, and that's also in the scriptures. Let's get it, bro. Salakia. A couple more scriptures. First Corinthians 11. We started 1. It says, "Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Hamashiach." Right. Open this one real quick. It says, 1 Corinthians 11 and 1, "Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Hamashiach." It says, "Now I praise you, brethren." This is Paul talking, and his brethren are Israelites, right? I'll tell you that in Romans in the 9th chapter. It says that ye remember me in all things and keep the ordinances as I delivered them unto you, because they was given from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai to the disciples who later on became apostles, and Paul, he became one of them. And it's certain ordinances he was given, and it tell you right here the word for that word. The original word for that word ordinances is paradosis, and it says a giving over which is done by word of mouth or writing, because we're going to get ones that basically just fit. It says tradition by instruction, narrative, precept, and a precept is a commandment, in one sense, right? And pre going into previous, I believe, and sept being taken. So something that was previous, that was taken from something previous, and that was the law being laid down about these hair wraps and our garments and etc. The attire of Israelites, a style of dress for men and women, right? For the men and women of Israel. It says, that's pretty much it on that. So ordinance is a tradition, specifically the so-called Jewish traditionary law. Traditionary law, right? Now, let's keep going. It says, "But I will have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Hamashiach is Yahweh. Every man praying or prophesied having his head covered dishonoreth his head. But every woman that prayed or prophesied with her head uncovered dishonoreth her head." So there you go. That's a custom of Israelites. Israelite women having their heads covered, because it says 1 Corinthians 11 and 5, "But every woman that prayeth," so when women pray or prophesy, when they speak the words of the Most High, they talk about the scriptures, they go into the scriptures. It says where her head, when they do these things with their head being uncovered, it dishonoreth her head, being her husband. So that would explain why, a reason why some of these women don't have their head covered, because they might not have a husband. Because they're really doing this, and like you could see the spirit on this, like a commandment. They're keeping a commandment almost, or some tradition that was passed down. I don't remember it to be a commandment of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, because that would make everything that was said to happen to the Israelites not true. They was just able to hold on to certain customs, but ultimately still forget who they were and go into slavery, just like the rest of us. But the Father left each tribe with different things that would help bring the remembrance back, that you just wasn't gonna be able to cut off from us, even due to certain situations each tribe may have been put in, right? Each kingdom may have been, the Israelites would, in an overall sense, would have been put in, and the Latinos, they kept the customs, they kept some of the customs. You can see it, man. Where did Latino people get this from? So-called Latino people, all right? So that's that. Look at this, man. You can't make this up. Their heads are covered. Even the little girl hair is covered. Where do these Latino people get this from? Where do they get this from? And it's like they're having church right now. And church goes into that word ecclesia, which is the gathering of the Israelites. So only Israelites can have church. It's not a building. And notice they're not in a building. Let's get that word. See? Church, you click it. It's the Greek word, number 1577. Ecclesia. It says a gathering of citizens called out from their homes into some public place, an assembly. Let's jump down to where we notice to truly be at. B, the assembly of the Israelites, because they was the only people that was known of the Most High, So we're the ones that we're the only people that truly had this understanding, man. And that's pretty much it on that. So the thing that has been is the thing which shall be. It says, he sheweth his word, Psalms 147:19. Who was the he? Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. Yahweh is the Most High, right? In the name of his son, Yahweh Shah. But it says, he sheweth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. So anybody outside of that's not Jacob, they don't know the Father's statutes, judgments, or anything. So how would these people fit everything scripturally that we just brought out, man? How are these women heads covered? And then this is the last thing I'm gonna bring out real quick. He says, no one of the earth knows these things. Nobody else. He hasn't showed his ways of what he wants to anybody else. It says Amos 3:1. Even further, hear this word, that the Lord, that Yahweh, have spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which so the whole family, not the Rodriguez, the Sanchez, the Johnsons, the Smiths, the Enrique, not the Ortegas, not no damn Gonzalez, Euclid, none of that. You know what I'm saying? Hear the word, Amos 3:1, hear this word, that the Lord, that Yahweh has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family. So we're not splitting ones. There's no Ortegas and Johnsons and Smiths and Diegos and Rodriguez and Cruz and Igrape and none of that crap. It's Israel, man. Well, Yasha Allah. which I brought up from the land of Egypt, right? Saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquity. So one more time, Amos 3:1, hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family, which I brought out, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities. Because nobody else knows what's going on. They don't know what's expected, you know. So that's how these people were able to carry themselves, so-called Latinos people, ironically carrying themselves in God-like fashion, you know. Last scripture. Salaki, let me get this. I might have to search it, Salaki. Salak. Last scripture. Because if you notice this, Deuteronomy 22:5. If you notice this, all these women wear dresses. Deuteronomy 22:5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man. What do all these women got on? Something that doesn't pertain to a man. That's a damn dress. That's a dress, man. All these women, no matter age, shape, size. Look at this, man. They're wearing something that don't pertain to a man. That's how you get the dress. So where these people come from, lining completely, look, he has pants on. This pertain to him. She has that on. She's wearing something that don't pertain to him. And he's wearing something that don't pertain to her. The woman shall not wear that which pertain unto a man. Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. For all that do such are abomination unto the Lord thy God, unto Yahweh your power. And who's Yahweh the only power for and of the children of Israel. So explain this, man. She's not wearing something that pertains to a man, and this man is not wearing, which the earth really don't have a problem with. You don't really see men of any nation wear dresses, but you do see many women of all nations wear pants, something that pertains to a man. So it's rare to see a woman in a dress, a woman wearing something that don't pertain to a man. That's those head wraps. Their heads are covered, and it's only when they pray or prophesy, so it don't have to be all the time. How many heathens you see pray or prophesy with their hair covered, And another thing, these people look just like so-called Negroes, man. You people are you niggas bugged out, man. Full of lips than some of you niggas, so-called niggas, noses, skin brown, same fake structure, everything. You can find so-called Negroes that look like this guy. You know who he looks like? He look like Tata, Jay-Z's right hand man. That's who he looks like, a so-called Negro. That look like Tata. Little short bald guy. Look him up. Tata. Think you could put T.Y. He'll come straight up. Looks just like him. Look at her hair. That's just what's black. That's a so-called black woman right here. These is different bywords that was put on us. Look at these people, man. But they all have on dresses, and they wrap their hair when it looks like they're in ceremony fashion. You know, they wear the samads around their head. Those are headbands. The Hebrew word for headband, samads. Salaki, not samad, synops. You know, see that? I just want to get everything in here because it's needed. You know? See? And the scriptures tell you that. Let's get this one last scripture. I know I said this is going to be it, but hey, when the spirit cooking, it's cooking. Look at these people, man. You know? These noses, these lips, these eyes, the shapes, the skin complexions. You know? Like so-called Negroes. You don't look no different. You look no different. You are all the same people, man. You're the same people. Big, thick noses. Not everybody gotta have a thick nose or big, full lips or, you know. But you're gonna know Israelite. You're gonna know a so-called black person when you see him. We all do the same things into the same things. And it tell you right here, Jeremiah 12:9. Mine heritage, who's the mine? The Most High speakers, and the mine and his heritage is Israel. It says, he said, mine heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. Let's get that word for speckled. Colored, once again, variegated. The Most High deals with complexions, colors. It says speckled, dyed in stripes. That is, so overall, when you look at the Most High's people, you will see them in like stripes, meaning different complexions, different variety. And the word right here is tazabawa, tazabawai, yeah, tazabawai, and it means colored, variegated, speckled. See, dyed in stripes. That is hyena speckled. It says, mine heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. The birds round about are against her. Come ye, assemble all the beasts of the fields. Come to devour. You know, so he said, mine heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. The birds round about are against her. See that? So that you can't make this up, man. Salakia, man. Satan. He's mad right now. So yeah, man, that's all I want to bring out, man. Salakia. That's all I want to bring out, man. You know? You find so-called Judite women that look like this. Explain. There's so-called Latino women. You know? Explain this, man. We come in many rivers. So this is what the Most High deals with. Tabaza Y. Speckled. Some of you guys, grandmothers look like this, aunties, etc. You know, cousins. These noses, man. The hook, Shemitic nose. You got to study your people, man. Know the features. All Jakes got the same face structure, right? That solid round kind of, not round, but like diamond box. It's like, it's perfect, you know? Fine jawline. You know, some got fat faces, you know? But it's still overall, look at the Shemitic hook nose, man. See that? Just like you so-called Negroes. And the rest of the tribes. You know? They're like my auntie right there. See that? She like Big Meech, you know? Got so-called cousins that look like her. You know? These so-called Latino people. Look, man. Look at this. Her nose like my nose. Look at that. Look at these people, man. Look at that. The speckled. Taza Bawai, man. Just like the clothes, the pattern, that's how the Father likes it, man. He's an artiste, man. Don't you got taste? You know, you got some with, a lighter texture of woolly hair. Super dark. Look at the nose. You so-called Latino people. You niggas is being carnal, man. Look at that. So all so-called Latinos. You so-called Mexicans, man. Explain this, all right? Yeah, man. So just wanted to bring this out. Her hair woolly. See that? She got a different type of look to her. And then another thing, notice the ribbon of blue. Ribbons. So it ain't on the dress, but it's on her hair. See that? That's spiritual. A ribbon of blue. Ribbons. They deal with ribbons. Just their whole culture, when they're not Americanized, is very ancient. That's why the daughter of Babylon gotta go, because no one is being who they are. So-called Chinese man wearing Lakers jerseys and suits, and his hair swooped over, and he getting a taper, and all this other stuff, like he Jake, Esau, and except like he Jake and Esau, So yeah, man. Noses, man. Some of you Negroes don't got lips, Some of you Negroes, don't got the